So let's talk about something we've all probably thought about at some point, that tempting shortcut in the health and fitness world, just copying the exact diet of some super famous celebrity.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You see some celebrity's incredible transformation for a movie role, and you immediately think, okay, what are they really eating? Just tell me the secret.
Well, turns out you're not alone in thinking that. There's actually a name for it, proxy dieting. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, adopting the super specialized and yeah, often pretty extreme eating habits of the rich and famous.
So to put it formally, proxy dieting is when you take on the nutritional plans of, elite athletes, celebrities, or even these tech gurus who are trying to live forever. But that leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Is doing this a genius shortcut to health or just a total dead end? To get to the bottom of it, we're going to break down 3 of the most famous dietary blueprints out there.
All right, first up, let's talk about the absolute titan of performance fueling, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, his goal isn't just, being fit. It's about maintaining a level of muscle that is, well, superhuman.
And how does he pull that off? Well, it's all about the calories. A staggering amount of calories. We're talking over 5,000 on a typical day. Just to put that into perspective for you, that is more than double what's recommended for an average guy. This isn't a diet to lose weight, folks. This is basically a full-time job just to maintain that much muscle.
And just look at what that actually looks like. This was his 7-meal-a-day plan when he was training for the movie Hercules. The sheer volume is one thing, but look at the repetition. Cod, and, more cod. That's 36 ounces of cod in a single day, not even counting everything else. It's not about taste, it's just pure, unadulterated fuel. But then you get the cheat days. His famous epic cheat meals can apparently hit over 7,000 calories in one sitting. We're talking about these mountains of pancakes, entire pizzas, trays of sushi. It's absolutely wild.
So what's the bottom line here? Look, experts are pretty clear on this. The Rock's diet is designed for a metabolic engine that most of us, well, we just don't have. For him, it's part of his job. But for the average person, trying this isn't just unsustainable, it could be genuinely harmful.
Okay, let's completely shift gears. From maximizing mass with The Rock, we're now going to look at maximizing longevity with Tom Brady. His entire philosophy isn't about getting bigger. It's built around this one key idea: pliability.
And if you wanted to buy his original playbook, it was gonna cost you. His nutrition manual was a cool $200, but the core idea behind his whole TB12 method is keeping his muscles soft and resilient. It's all about preventing injury and reducing inflammation, which is how he was able to play football at such an insane level well into his 40s. See, it's not about being the biggest, it's about lasting the longest. And whoa, the rules are intense. This diet is famous for just cutting out entire food groups. I mean, avoiding processed sugar, sure, that makes sense to most of us, but banning nightshades? We're talking tomatoes, peppers, eggplants? That's way more controversial, and honestly, the science to back that up is pretty shaky.
And it goes way beyond just what you eat. It's about how and when you eat, too. The TB12 method has this whole list of strict lifestyle rules. Like you have to time your water intake perfectly so you don't dilute your digestive enzymes, as he puts it. And you have to stop eating when you feel about 75% full. It's a total system. All right, get ready for our final and by far the most extreme example. If The Rock is about performance and Brady is about longevity, then tech entrepreneur Brian Johnson is literally trying to reverse engineer the aging process. It's this whole concept of algorithmic vitality.
The estimated price tag for his Project Blueprint is a mind-blowing $2 million a year. And this isn't just a diet, it's a full-on scientific experiment where his own body is the lab rat. His goal, it's ambitious. He wants to reverse the biological age of all of his organs to that of an 18-year-old. And to do it, he has a team of more than 30 doctors constantly measuring everything and tweaking his protocol based on the data.
So what does he eat? Well, it's completely engineered. Exactly 2,250 calories a day. It's 100% vegan, and it is the same thing every single day. He eats stuff like Green Giant and Nutty Pudding, often blended up into a sludge. This is not about flavor or enjoyment. It is purely about optimal nutrient delivery. It's like he's refueling a machine. But here's a twist you might not expect. Even though that $2 million price tag is insane, Johnson himself says that the cost is for the research and the measurement. He claims the actual day-to-day stuff, the food he eats, his sleep routine, is actually pretty low cost and accessible for most people.
And this right here might be the single most important thing to understand, and it comes from Brian Johnson himself. He is crystal clear that Project Blueprint is his personal experiment. It's a protocol designed for his body, his biology. It is absolutely not meant to be a prescription for anyone else.
So, okay, we've looked at 3 pretty wild, extreme examples. And I think it's pretty obvious that just blindly copying someone else's diet probably isn't the answer, right? The real gold is in shifting our focus from trying to copy their lifestyles to learning the lessons behind what they do.
So let's just recap. You've got 3 guys, 3 totally different goals, and 3 radically different methods. The Rock, he uses massive caloric volume to build mass. Tom Brady, he's all about anti-inflammation to make his career last longer. And Brian Johnson, he's using algorithmic optimization to chase down biological youth. You see the pattern? In every single case, the what is completely driven by the why.
So, what are the real takeaways for us? Well, experts suggest a much more sane approach. Before you even think about doing something extreme, have you mastered the basics? We're talking sleep, exercise, and just eating whole foods. Instead of crazy restrictions, think about nutrient density, eating the rainbow, as they say. And a really powerful tool that we actually saw in Brady's plan is mindful eating, just actually paying attention to your body's signals.
And you know, there's a really simple, accessible habit that kind of ties this all together. Country star Carrie Underwood swears by keeping a food journal. Think about it, a food journal gives you personal data, the same kind of stuff Brian Johnson is spending millions to get. It helps you see your own patterns, figure out what your body actually needs, and identify your triggers.
And that really brings us to the final takeaway here. The appeal of proxy dieting is that it feels like someone's handing you a perfect map. But the thing is, your health journey isn't a place you can get to using someone else's directions. So the real question to ask yourself isn't which of these blueprints should I copy, it's what's one principle I can take from this, whether it's mindfulness or hydration or just journaling, and use it to start drawing my own map.